What's up, everybody? That time of the day, that time of the week, that time of the month.
Yeah, it is. Finally.
You're listening to The Good,
The Band.
The Ugly. I'm Big Papa.
I'm Jeff.
Just
Jeff. I stole the Just Joe. I don't care.
Just Jeff. You're going to start doing songs in a lower register?
No.
Slowed down?
No.
What if Old MacDonald? Let's have him swap it.
Right.
What if Old MacDonald was up a half step as a thrash metal? Old MacDonald killed everything. Done.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah.
Get it. Shut.
How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
Wow.
Been
Seems like it's been a long time.
It has.
No, it hasn't, though.
Really hasn't.
Nah,
But
it hasn't. Not according to you guys.
that's right.
Been doing some open mic nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. Singing some blues.
Oh, it's about time.
Yep.
You got the blues?
Balls.
Oh.
Blue balls.
All right.
Yeah.
We won't discuss that.
That's why you sing the blues.
It is, too. I've learned that.
My balls are blue. Somebody come and touch them now.
Oh,
anyways, this is going so fucking wrong. Sal's
already.
He's like, why did I fucking sign up for this episode?
Already.
Anyways, hey, we have a great show for you right now. We're not even going to be doing the shenanigans, except we will mention Ultimate Ears. They're so proud to be our sponsor.
I'm sure they are.
Ultimate Ears, you can hear your own tears
with Ultimate
Ears. There you go. So welcome to the Ultimate Ears studio.
Yes.
And welcoming to the studio, the Ultimate Ears studio, the ultimate drummer.
Welcoming?
Huh? Shut up. I'm fucking talking like a retard today.
That was cute.
I said the R word.
Oh, you did.
Welcome, Sal G. Gee, you shouldn't have done this episode. What's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Oh, my gosh. I was containing... I was holding my laughing at Joe Altieri. I love you, but that was fucking great at the beginning.
What if we did Mary Had a Little Lamb as a thrash death metal tune?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mary killed a little lamb, a lamb. Yeah!
Oh boy.
Oh, my God.
Love you, Joe. You never
Yeah.
shared your episode,
But we still love you.
but we still love you. That's why. Yeah.
Oh, gotta
So,
share.
ladies and gentlemen, what an honor.
What an honor.
Sal
Oh, it's
G.
mine.
Yeah,
Your
G.
show's fantastic, guys. Your show's fantastic.
Dude, So I have to tell, before we get going, I have to tell the story a little bit about
Oh boy.
when I was in Waterloo, or I was in
The bathroom?
Weedsport. No.
Oh.
Where was I?
Oh, Weedsport.
When I was in Weedsport.
At the salon.
At the salon.
barbershop.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting next to this wonderful woman is sitting next to me, and you know me.
Yes.
I goof around, and I'm talking to this woman next to me, like, hey, honey, you're coming out on the bike with me. She's like, anytime, I'll ride with you, and we're just. And then somebody said something. I said, hey, don't pick on it. We're going to be dating by the end of this haircut,
Oh boy.
And she was such a good sport. We were having a blast. And I get my hair cut and colored. Because I want to be like Brian Wheat.
I like how you do the colored.
I want to be just like Brian Wheat
Oh God.
and stay non-gray up top. And
You went there, huh?
I was like a half moon. It was gray beard, dark hair.
That was a half moon.
Or as they call them, black and white cookies in Utica. So had a great time. And as I'm leaving, somebody said, hey, you should have her son on the show.
Okay.
And I'm, and whenever we hear this, Sal, it's like, yeah, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, he plays in a high school band. He's really good.
Right,
So I go, oh, great. Yeah. She goes, oh no, he's famous. And
We've heard that
the
before,
woman's
too.
sitting, the woman's sitting there, and she goes, no, my son, he's on tour right now. And I'm like, here we go. He's touring Rochester and Buffalo.
Right.
I go, who's your
right.
son?
Was who, Jewel?
She goes, well, he plays with a band called Stained. I go, Sal's your son? And she goes, well,
Here we go.
yes, Sal is my son.
Yes.
And I go, wait. She goes, Sal's his middle name, don't you? I was like,
yeah, we call him Joe around here.
Yeah. I said, well, I know him as Sal, and I think I know him better than you, lady. So next thing I know, I run out to the car and I grab him the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly shirt.
Yeah.
See, he's wearing it. Yeah, no. He's probably he threw it away. He threw it away already.
No, it's his.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's his tour rag. When he sweats, he uses to wipe his face.
That's all right, as long as we show up somewhere. So it was just this whole time I'm shooting this breeze with her and just having a grand old time. And as I'm leaving, she goes, "Don't forget, you owe me a ride on that motorcycle." And I was like, "Honey, anytime you want, you come along." Exactly. She's what a good sport. So, and I mentioned to you Brian Wheat because Brian gets his hair done at the same place that my mom gets hers, and she's sitting next to him.
Oh, this is cute.
And so she comes to me and she goes, "I met some guy that's in a band today. He's getting his hair done next to me." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice, Ma. He's playing a show here in Syracuse at I think the amphitheater." I was like, "What?"
Yeah, what's his name?
She goes, "His name's Brian." I said, "Brian Wheat?" She goes, "Yeah." I go, "From Tesla?" Yeah. She goes, "Yes."
Yeah, she goes. Wasn't she the one that said the band sounds like a car name? Car name.
Nah.
I said, "Yeah, right, he plays for Lincoln." And I said,
"Band came first, Elon."
That's right.
That's right, Elon, you thief,
Steven prick.
And she goes, I go, "Well, did you tell her your son's in a band, sings in a band?" She goes, "Oh, right. I didn't think he'd want to know that." I was like, "Why would you?"
No.
So now fast forward 8 weeks, and what happens?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I saw him again. Oh, cool. Did you tell him about your son having a fucking podcast and all this other shit? Oh no, I didn't want to bother him. But
I'll tell him. I've hung with Brian quite a few times.
So I've reached out to Brian and I said, "Hey, want to have you on the show? My mom got her hair done." He's like, "Kathy with a C," and I'm like, "Jesus Christ, man!" That's enough. So he knows her. All she had to do was say this. Funny. So but you're gonna have to tell him, "Hey, do their show."
I'll tell him he got to go on. Yeah.
All right.
So he lives 10 minutes from me. I was gonna
say, we could find his house and stalk it. He's got to know that.
Yeah. It was in the paper.
Right. Well, he did it.
Right, it was.
It was in the paper that he bought it and where it is, and so same with Jason Newstead. I mean, Jason Newstead lives in Skinny Atlas on Abbott Lane. Anybody want to know the address?
Yeah. I went over to Jason's. Got a while ago, but beautiful place. He's got a nice, cool little studio there. So, we jammed for a little bit.
I did some concrete there, so
Stop name dropping.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
Stop both of you. Stop name dropping. All right. Yeah. Well, I went to Joey DeMaio's studio.
Watch your toes.
Yep.
Yeah. I went to Joey.
Get your steel toes out.
Yep. I got them on. I went to Joey's studio.
Okay.
Joey DeMaio's studio. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Is he famous?
I heard that place is great.
Dude. It is beautiful. Full immersion studio. And the guy that came up from overseas to build it was so meticulous that Joey decided to mill all the wood right there.
Wow.
He didn't want to send out for it. He wanted it milled. So, he bought that whole mall and he has a freaking beautiful wood shop.
Yeah.
In the mall now, milling to the to the micrometer,
Yeah. So wait, the whole mall is his now?
I believe he bought the whole mall, but he still has some of it that's like Bass Pro Shops.
Bass Pro, the movie
still,
theater.
Yeah, but
yeah.
And Renee is still managing it, but their studios, that's where their studios are.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
They're going to reopen the skate. They're going to reopen the skate rink upstairs.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I'm like, holy flashback.
I think they should have a golf pro shop there. That's
there you go. There you go.
So
anyhow,
so for those who don't know, Sal, give us who is Sal G, or AKA Sal G?
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, you'll like this one. So, long time ago, mid '90s, I had there was a trio that I played in, and we played Lost Horizon, and so Scott put us on with bands like you remember Product at all, that used to come up from New York City. There were a 3-piece.
It was kind of a alternative kind of night.
Kind of thing, yep. So we played with them a lot. We did he put us on with is it Bone China?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is it Bone China? Yeah.
Yep.
That kind of stuff. So anyway, I would always call Scott, about midday show days. Hey, everything cool? Yep. Okay, cool. Well, I call him and he goes, "Didn't you just fucking call me like 2 hours ago?" And I'm like, no. He goes, "Wait a second. Is there 2 fucking Joes in your band?" I was like, "Yep." So went back and I was just like, all right, who's going to take the different name? Well, the other Joe's middle name was Tom, and he did not look like a Tom. So
Right.
I took Sal. I took Sal instead. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. So that's where Sal came from.
It was
plot
Scott
thickens.
Sterling.
Have you told anyone else the story, or is this exclusive Good Band and Ugly?
Last time I told this story was probably 10 years ago. So
when we leak this
to pretty good exclusive.
When we leak this to Blabbermouth tomorrow, that means they'll.
Right.
This just did. Sal G, not his name.
Right.
Right. Sal G, liar.
Yes.
Gee whiz. Sal G Whiz. That's his real name.
Right. Exactly.
Sal Jihad.
Sale Cheese Whiz.
Sal Jihad.
Oh,
yeah.
It's Sale Cheese Whiz.
Sal Cheese Whiz. Sal Cheese Whiz.
Right. Sale Cheese Whiz.
Cheese Whiz. I like that one.
Cheese Whiz. Jesus. Sal Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So there. Cool. There you go. That was worth the whole show.
It was.
Well, let's start the music.
All right. Thanks for being here.
All right.
We made it under the 3-minute mark for TikTok.
Right.
Yes.
So we played as a threesome.
Yeah.
That sounded wrong, but anyways, how long were you banging around the area before? I know your history, so I'm waiting for you to tell us how you went from what to what. So
perfect segue. So the trio that I had was it was 95 that we moved away. So we moved to Northampton, Massachusetts, which is, 15 minutes north of Springfield. So Stain is obviously from Springfield. So we moved there. Our bass player was going to Hampshire College at the time. So he was like, "Why don't you guys just move up?" And obviously Massachusetts was a great hub to New York and Boston and everything like that. And we did our shows there, did CBGBs and, some of the awesome Boston clubs and stuff like that. So anyway, like during that time there though, it was like 95 to 98. And during that time, there's a place called the Infinity, and that is the Lost Horizon of Springfield.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So
Cool.
you know what I mean? Like everybody played there. So Stained, Godsmack, when they were the Alice in Chains cover band.
Yes. Yep.
So they were the tribute, and then Shadows Fall.
Yep.
All those guys were out of there. So we actually did kind of shows together in and out of the Infinity and stuff. So I ended up I met the band, but never, it was more friends of friends. So little side story, Pete Ricky and Jeff Gilmer were Stain's crew back then, because they were pulling in 1,000 people or more at a time back then as a cover band. So to this very day, Jeff Gilmer and Pete Ricky are here out today, and Pete is our tour manager, and Jeff is still our front of house engineer. And Jeff was the front of house engineer at Infinity all those years ago. So it just kind of came up through.
Wow.
So we hung out with those two actually more than the band.
Right.
So So fast forward, we went, it was 98. We moved out to Los Angeles for about 6 months. It was fun. Didn't really work out. Moved back home. Okay. So, but while I was out there, Staind had got their contract, I think, in 98. And then record came out at the end of 98 or 99, something like beginning of 99. So when we were out there, we were able to go to a show, and it was Staind, Skunk and Nancy, and Seven Dust.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Oh, shit. Badass show.
Yeah.
Badass show. So got to go to the show out there, and I hooked up with Pete and Jeff. And Pete just took me right away. And he's like, oh, come on. We walked up on stage, went back and saw the gear and everything like that. He's like, yeah, this is that, And he basically kind of alluded to the fact that they were going to get a budget that allowed them to bring on another crew member, and obviously preferably like a drum tech, So I just said to him then, I'm like, hey, if you need some help for like a couple of weeks until you find a real drum tech, just let me know.
Yeah,
so
right.
We moved back home. I'm working on the family farm. Grew up on a farm, FYI. So working on the family farm, and my younger brother comes racing into the field and says that Pete had called the house, and Pete wants you to come out on the road and try to be, the drum tech. So I met them in Albany at Pepsi Center at the time, Pepsi Arena out there. And then, so they're like, yep, try it for a couple of weeks. We'll pay you per diem. And here I am 25 years later. So
wow. That's cool.
So at what point was the turning point? Again, anybody who's followed Staind,
yeah,
has kind of gets the story, but maybe not the whole story. When the transition and why?
Oh, from drum tech to drummer?
Yeah. From drum tech to drummer, yes.
Yeah. So
whatever you can talk about.
Yeah. So 2011. So I was drum tech for 12 years, and they were making the self-titled Staind record came out in 2011. So just had some issues. I can't clarify whether John was fired or left, but that happened. I actually wasn't around. I went up and I set up the kit for the recording. It was only a couple of days, and then I went home, actually.
Right.
So I actually wasn't around and you see it on the documentary. There's the Staind documentary about the record on YouTube, stuff like that you can go watch. Yeah. So, but I went up there, and then several months later, or a couple months later, Pete and Jeff were just kind of keeping me in the loop and stuff like that, and they were saying that stuff was happening, and so I kind of just waited. I think Staind did a couple of shows with Will Hunt. Okay. So because the record was going to come out, and they stuff like that. So they did. So I teched for Will, did about 3 shows, and then after that, I think Will needed to go back to Evanescence.
Right.
Yeah. So and then Mike, guitar player for Staind, called me. He's like, hey, we need to do this 3-week tour. Let's just go out for these 3 weeks, see how it goes. Let's do some rehearsals, see how it goes. And that was the whole transition, So,
I mean, being a drum tech, you're there, what's coming up, the parts.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know these.
You hear the song so many times, and what some people don't realize is, as a drummer, and you would know as a guitar player, as a drummer, you're learning that song, and you only hear that song as a drummer.
Yeah.
So you hear the drum pieces. You might not even know what the guitars are even doing, but if you hear the bass line, you're like, this is the song. That's bass and drums. That's as a drummer, and I was for 35 years. Yeah. You fall in love with the song based around those.
Yes.
So it's easy for you to just sit down and know what's got to come up next. And
sure, yeah.
You were a seasoned drummer, not just a guy setting up gear, which I think there's a lot of,
I get that. Yeah.
A lot of techs out there that are just gearheads that know, they can go around the world checking mics, But when they say, all right, we'll sit in for a song, they're like, fuck, no, fuck that.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Right,
You know, but I mean, I've seen you play so many different songs other than just Stained songs.
Yeah.
And
sure. Yeah.
You know, you're a freaking banging drummer. That's the way people should play.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know,
Yeah.
Jeff knows we went through our share of drummers because, well, one drummer showed up his audition with 2A drumsticks, and he's going to play Great White and Motley Crue, and I'm like, what the fuck are those? You know, and I think I had a pair of like 2B or something in my duffel bag, and I'm not even a drummer at this point. I'm like, just try these.
Right, please. Yeah.
And you know, and these guys would laugh because I turn around, I'm like, hit the fucking drums, you know, during a show.
Yeah.
If you don't hit these drums, you're gone tomorrow. He was gone tomorrow. So.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so like when we hear you play, I was like, "That's how you fucking hit the drums." You know?
Oh no, so, thank you.
Yeah,
thank
we
you.
love the way you play. So you start jamming around, you know, and I think other people that we know, like Marcus, from Mudvayne, same thing. You know, Marcus has done a lot of stuff,
guitar tech
behind the scenes, and kind of slowly been, you know,
Yeah.
And so to see yourself and Marcus and there's so many people that have come from this area, and that's basically what we've been exploiting.
Yes.
On our show.
Awesome. I think that's fantastic. Yeah.
You know, and we want
congrats to Marcus. That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, we're trying to get Marcus on the show. He's been just
busy
between his family life and his work life, and he's a good guy, and it's hard to juggle everything, but the guy still crushes it in his personal life.
Yeah.
And I'm going to segue a little bit. So when you're not touring, I don't think anybody knows truly what else Sal G is really good at.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
let's
so tell us.
Let's dive into the golf world.
Well, see, I was going to say running the ice cream stand, but go ahead. He is the head taco barista at.
He's the guy that puts the sprinkles on the cone.
He is the guy at Chipotle that sprinkles on the paprika.
Yeah. I'm in charge of avocados at
I am the vice president of avocado slicing at Chipotle.
Oh man.
So yes, tell us about your golf world.
Yeah. So now, years ago when we tour, our days off, a lot of our days off were spent on golf courses, and because I picked it up from the other band guys were doing it, crew guys were doing it. I'm like, all right, what's this? Let's go. And it just becomes, I just got addicted to it. So my younger brother, he taught me a lot of the game, and took me out. And so basically, like, being a tech at the time, I got so addicted to the game and the equipment. I was like, ooh, how is this made? And how does this go together? And how does this, do this? So next thing you know, 2013, I went out to Ohio to get trained in golf club repair, building, and fitting.
Oh, wow.
There's an academy out there. It's really good. And so I got that. Because 2013 was a break. So we toured 2011, 12, and 14, and there was a break at 13. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go out there. So and that was kind of like for a retirement thing. Like, what do I want to do? Like after, I'm done doing, music or Stained or whatever. The next thing you know is like, I've got a boss back home. I build a training aid. So I manufacture a training aid. The golf pro, the head teaching pro at Turning Stone, Marty Nowicki.
Okay.
So he's my boss for the golf shop that builds the training aid, and then in there I'll do my club repair, and then Marty actually hooked me up with TaylorMade. So now, so during the summer I'll go to some of the country clubs and I will do demo days or fitting days for TaylorMade. So and I still do to this day.
Has TaylorMade ever exploited the fact that you're the drummer from Stained?
I know, right? I know, yeah. They had a podcast for a while. One of the guys did it, and I was too late to jump on it because I think it doesn't exist anymore. But I kind of thought about that because I was like, I want to get a titanium snare drum made,
right?
Because golf, drivers, everything made of titanium. I was like, can I use the TaylorMade logos and get a custom TaylorMade, and just, do the social media thing or whatever. But no, I never got around to doing it. So
I think you should make a club that has a snare drum and you just swing it.
That's the driver. Yeah.
And that's
the sound.
It's got a badass sound.
Yeah. And that'll be the sound it makes when you hit it.
Oh, dude.
You know what I mean?
The 3-wood is like an 8-inch tom.
Yep.
The 5-wood is a 6-inch tom. Oh, dude.
And the putter's a small cymbal.
Putter's made by Istanbul cymbals, man.
Melted down brass into a fucking putter.
Yep.
Dude, I mean, the original Ping putters.
Yeah.
The original Ping putters were brass, and they were hand freaking lathed.
Yeah.
And they used to ping. They'd make that noise.
Yeah. That noise.
Yeah, totally.
What was the guy's name? Kirsten Solheim? Is that the guy?
Yeah. Karsten, something like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how I freaking knew that.
I don't either.
Nice work.
You pulled that out of your ass.
One of my customers years ago was friends of his, and he had like serial number 4.
Oh,
that was the handmade Ping putter, which was basically round piece of lathed brass, with a flat face, and ping. And I'm like, you should sell that. He's like, this is worth. You can't even put a price on this.
This is the worst idea ever.
To have the 4th Ping putter. I'm like, let me buy it. I'll give you $100 for it. He's like, yeah,
for it.
Fuck off.
Okay.
Fuck off, fat boy.
Forget it.
So I'm telling you, we got to come up with a drum head driver.
Yeah.
Stay.
Yeah, we'll have a little. Listen, we'll get a 10-inch tom, like you said, and then we'll have we'll get a titanium drum head. Yeah. But we'll have a speaker out the back, so whenever you hit it, it actually the sound is Tommy Lee's fucking Theater of Pain fucking snare drum sound sample coming right out of the back.
Yeah, that thing was heavy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That thing was heavy at the time, man.
This is how people's dreams become bankruptcies. Yes. Yep. Dreams that come bankruptcies. Stop here on the good, the bad,
and the ugly for more.
For more bad ideas. Ultimate Ears, folks. Ultimate Ears. You can hear your own tears with Ultimate Ears. Who are you endorsed by for your in-ears, Sal? I have to ask.
I got JH Audio right now, actually.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
Subpar in-ears.
I know.
Oh, I see what you did there. Subpar.
Subpar.
I get it.
I
see what you did there.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Just saying.
Yeah.
It's all
if you want to change to Ultimate, let me know. We are ambassadors now, so,
Okay. Yep, I will. I'll come right to you when I'm ready.
Yeah, JH right now is going, if we hear this online, he's dead.
He's done.
Yeah.
You're dead to me.
Dead to me.
You're right.
It's like that thing from the jazz singer.
Yes.
The father rips his pocket.
Yep.
Yasu is dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so you're golf proing, you're touring, you're just having, what albums have we seen you on for Stained? Have we?
You mean what I'm played on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah. So obviously the new one. So the new one is my first. It's the first actual new music recorded record. So yeah.
Okay.
And then, but there's 2 live ones.
Yep.
That they put out, one from Mohegan Sun, 2012, and then there was the It's Been a While, 2019, I think. So those are cool. Did a Saint Asonia record. So did a second Saint Asonia record.
Yep.
That was cool. Yeah. And then this new Stained one.
And for people who don't know who is in Saint Astonia, give us the lineup, because that was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, it was pretty, so it started with obviously Adam Gontier from 3 Days Grace and Mike Bushak. So those guys are the owners. And then it was Corey Lowry was the bass player, obviously, who is the guitar player for Seether now.
Yep.
It's kind of funny because of the package we have right now is Stained, Seether, Saint Asonia, and Tim Montana. So we have this whole big family reunion going on. Yeah, that's the
awesome.
package right now. Yeah. So and then Rich Bedeau from Figure 11 was the first drummer. We had a powerhouse lineup, and then I came in to do the second record, and then Stain and San Antonio were going to be scheduled a tour at the same time, so Mike and I would have to get a fill in. But the drum tech that we did a show, San Antonio did one show when I was the drummer, and it was Cody Watkins, and I think that Cody was played for Art of Dying. So Art of Dying,
so. I'm not sure.
Canadian. Super. We did a bunch of festivals with those guys back in the day, but so it's Cody Watkins and Cale Gontier, Adam's cousin, is the bass player. So that's the solid lineup now, and they kick ass. They kick ass live. Yeah, great show. Adam sounds fantastic.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it was really cool. Yep. Yeah.
Huh.
What?
I was just curious. You've got all these collaborations that are going on in the industry now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it really doesn't take much for you guys to be like, we should sit down and jam something out. I mean,
right.
I mean,
yeah.
you look at Jason Bittner right now with
God,
that new project he's in, and I was listening to that. I was like, fuck. I mean, there's some cool shit that's going on. So who's to say?
I mean, Mike Orlando from what was Adrenaline Mob, and
yep.
he's that guy is a smoking guitar player.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, yep. Yeah. Adrenaline Mob, I actually submitted a video to those guys. They were talking to me about they were and boy, I'm embarrassed right now. Twisted Sister drummer,
AJ Perro,
yeah.
AJ Perro, yeah. So, AJ, I think, didn't know if you wanted to do it or not, and then the guy, I was connected with those guys, and then so I just ended up doing a jam video, for him, and I ended up, talking with Mike, and great guys or whatever, and obviously smoking guitar player,
oh my God,
so good, that was kind of cool,
I've never seen a guy play like that before because he has a totally weird technique.
Right.
It's almost like he's shaking his hand when he's playing. It's
interesting.
You got to look at it. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guitar drummers don't care about shit like that, Jeff.
He does.
No, he doesn't care. I don't care. He doesn't care.
Nah,
you're just
whatever.
talking. See, you're just.
I don't care.
That's why people don't like guitar players.
I don't care.
So I play guitar from time to time. Do a little singing from time to time. I get it. It's okay, Jeff.
Don't humor him.
I know, right?
Don't humor him.
That's all right.
You know what, Sal? You probably played your guitar a lot more than Jeff's been playing his lately. I'll tell you that much.
Probably.
Such a dick.
I'll say it out loud.
So, anything coming down the horizon for some of these, off tour collaborations of some big stuff coming, or even
No, actually no, not. I'm kind of at the point now. I'm like, I have friends and family and golf stuff, and I like my time at home. Actually, you know what I mean. So, and to be honest with you, the Johnny Bender guys, man, those guys are my band of brothers, man. You know what I mean. I love doing shows, with those guys, and obviously it's been. I literally joined that band maybe 6 months before I got the job with Stained.
Right.
So and they've all come up through me through this, through the whole Stained world and everything. And I just love playing shows, and our audience, is awesome too. And that's why we do it. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether I'm playing Wheatsport, New York, Auburn, New York, or here in Iowa, it doesn't matter. It's all about them. And the Johnny Bender fans are loyal as hell. They love us. So I love playing for them.
So is there a Johnny Bender tour coming up?
Right.
Yeah.
No, we got,
they're touring Auburn.
Yeah, exactly.
And Scars is opening up for them. Yeah.
No, I thought it was maybe
against the
grain?
Against the groin.
Against the groin.
Right.
Does Johnny Bender exploit your other job as much as the other local band that you've played with?
No kidding. Because, I mean, if you didn't know that he was the drummer for Staind when he played with Scars, it's like...
We were going to say Scars, but yeah.
I'll say it. I didn't finish it. I just said Scars. Could be anybody. But,
yeah.
You know, it's like you knew.
Well, yeah.
Because it's like, oh, come see Sal.
Yeah.
Forget the rest of the guys. Come see Sal.
You're going to hell.
And I'm going to like
there
it.
There you are.
Oh, my God.
And I'm going to like it.
Bill's going to be mad.
That's it. And you know damn well he's watching this episode because he wants to see how many times. He definitely wants to know how many times his name is mentioned.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Ali.
Yeah.
Nope, he didn't pop in.
Oh. No, you didn't say Jeff Tatora's name enough.
I know, Jeff Tatora. You say Jeff Tatora's name 3 times, and he usually shows up on the show out of nowhere.
It's like Beetlejuice.
He is Beetlejuice.
I swear to God.
Hey, what's up, guys? I love Jeff.
Oh, you're talking to Sal? I know Sal.
Yeah.
Who don't you know?
Jeff is such a great guy.
He is too, though.
He
really is.
Yeah.
He's a gentleman, and is he a monster player?
Oh. He is. For real.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, actually, we should tell this story. It's kind of cool.
Go ahead.
The first time we ever met him, he played with the Femmes here at Sharky's.
Yes.
And I looked at him and I go, you know, someday you're going to make a hell of a drummer.
Yeah, 2 more lessons. You're
two more lessons.
You're 2 lessons away from getting it, man. Yep. I really think that you've got something here. You just
got something.
Stick with it, kid.
Yep, you'll be okay.
Yeah, but see, I can say that I was in a band that I was the drummer for the band before he was. So I could sit back and say that could have been me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just play just like him.
Just like him.
Yeah. Who's that? Who's
giant snooze fest?
That guy up in the fucking rafters dying of a heart attack up there.
That'd be me.
Stop the Blue Man Group.
Stop the Blue Man Group. I need to get off.
Blue by you.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Clear. They doing a drum check? You're not taking him today.
Right.
He's mine, motherfucker.
Oh, God.
And
awesome.
wheels on the bus.
Go round and round. Anyway.
Yeah, I love the collaborations that I see out there right now, and I love it when I see guys like yourself that come back locally and do play some stuff, you know, like Jeff playing with the Booty Foundation, which we have to mention.
Yeah, they're coming up.
Yeah, the Booty Foundation. What's the date on that? Holy shit! I've got to look it up because if I don't, then Johnny Paluzzo's going to be really pissed at me.
Oh, Johnny P is going to be
pissed. When is the Booty Foundation?
You're
not helping, Jeff.
It's in like 3 weeks. You bonehead.
You got to pull it up because Johnny's
you can't.
Oh, the 18th.
The 18th.
The 18th of May.
Yep.
That's 12 days from
nice.
now.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, we are going to. You don't even know yet.
No, I don't.
We're going to be doing a special little show where we're going to get a couple of the guys from the Booty Foundation on the show, a special edition show.
Oh no.
To be recorded.
Awesome.
At a later
soon.
date.
No, to be recorded after their
show.
No, but we're going to try to get Johnny Fevers and
cool.
and Tatora and
Very
Johnny P.
Johnny P.
Or what, JT.
Johnny
P
JT.
is JT.
Yeah.
Johnny Fever is Steve Shad. So we're going to try to have a couple of the guys on for a show.
And then a month after that, it'll be the Femmes.
The Femmes, yes.
At Cherokee as well.
The Femmes are rock.
Nice.
Mr. Jeff.
Nice.
Tortora.
Yeah.
Tora.
Got to say it right.
Tortora.
Yeah.
Tortora.
Yes.
Tora. Not Bang Tango. Tora.
I love Tora. I love Tora, but.
Yeah. So but when we see so many people that have come from the area, and I don't think Auburn, Weedsport area is excluded. I think we're all central New York.
Yes, 100%.
And we exploit it as much as we can on this show. That there's been so many great people from the area,
such as yourself,
Ben Morrow, Mike Sterto, Billy Sheehan. I mean, the list goes on, and it's a good list to be part of. You know,
yes, it's amazing.
So, tell us about maybe one of your shows. What?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
You stepping on my toes?
Yes.
I'm just going to shut your fucking microphone off. That's it.
You're
done. That's it. Nope, they can't hear you. I don't care. You can't hear.
I'll be the best mime ever.
Marceau.
Yep.
Yeah, Marcel, my soul.
Right.
Yeah, that's your new name.
Yep.
One time that shit must have just gone array. You know, let's hear your a couple show bloopers.
Okay, so I can think of a couple.
Good.
All right.
When I first started, it was almost like I was looking at the crowd too much.
Oh.
And okay, because sometimes, because you think that like going from watching, over the drummer to being the drummer would be a fairly easy transition, but there's these things that are not easy transitions, and it's like you're watching. So there was, a couple of shows that I'd be playing and I'd be like, holy cow, and sometimes you get, like the first couple rows of people, you get them pointing at you and stuff, and you want to oblige, and you want to, give them the head, nod and stuff. And next thing you know, it's like, are we in the first chorus or are we in the second chorus? I don't know, because I'm just paying attention to,
all right.
You know what I mean? And I got lucky both times that I just went to the bridge and it was just like, oh, okay, I did it. And I got lucky. So that was, yeah. So it took me a bit to, step up to that level of, being in front of, those types of crowds that we were doing at the time. So, drumstick blunder. I threw a drumstick. I was throwing drumsticks. Never do this. I was throwing it overhand, and it was going over end, and and it, instead of going, having this type of trajectory and going out, it just went, and it hit somebody pretty hard, and I was like, oh my God, and obviously, luckily, nothing happened. So it's like, okay. Nothing like that.
Yeah, no one lost an eye from a guitar pick.
No, yeah, nobody. Right, exactly. Yeah, I know. No matter how good you are at whipping them. Yeah. But
that's my salesman. Just ask my salesman.
Yeah.
He came to see me play one time in Auburn. It was at the place over on the west, or the west end.
Costas?
No, it's over next to Tops. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Susie's.
Susie's.
Yeah.
And I whipped a guitar pick at him, and he goes, I saw it in the light. He goes, and then it went down and came back up and hit him right here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good for you. J-Ro's like that.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
J-Ro could put a fucking high out from like 100 yards, that little bastard.
I didn't do it intentionally, but...
He could put arc on it. He can put a slice. He can do a fade. It's like if you had guitar pick golf. I'm telling you, there you go,
dude.
Oh my God, yeah.
They got frisbee golf. Let's have guitar pick golf.
Guitar pick golf.
Yeah. You could do it in a room. Hole 1, hole 2, hole 3.
You really could. Because you're not getting a par 5 out of that.
Idea number 2, trademark guitar pick golf. You heard it first on the Good, the Band, and the Ugly.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And you have
43 minutes and 17 seconds.
And you have to get it in a Dixie cup for your hole in one.
Yes. There you go.
Dude.
There you go.
See?
See, there's a game to play on the road.
There you go.
Done.
Yep.
This one is
cool.
Listen, you're welcome.
Set up red Solo cups all around.
Yeah. There's a par 5. You got to go off the bus TV.
Right.
Skim the driver's ear in the cup.
Right.
While he's driving.
You fuckers, I hate this fucking game.
I know. Right.
While he's driving.
Yeah, definitely. Guitar pick. God. I'm writing that fucking thing right down now. Guitar pick.
Sand trap ends up in the sink.
Golf.
Yep.
I'm telling you.
Oh, God.
I'm going on Shark Tank.
Here we go.
Hello, Sharks.
There you go.
I'm an idiot from a podcast that no one listens to.
Here.
And I've got this game with guitar picks.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful.
What's it called?
I'm out.
It's called golf.
It's called,
Guitar pick golf.
Yeah, guitar pick.
Yeah.
It's Alf with a G.
Yep, Alf with a G.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so you got your drumsticks. You've got your almost screwed up.
Yeah.
Did you ever totally F up as the tech? Where you were just like, oh, shit, cymbal down, or something?
Or
no, I think there's a few of those.
Have you ever set shit up wrong?
No, because when I was the tech, it was the cool thing is think of it this way: this was my kit, and he played it.
Okay.
Right.
So you know what I mean. So therefore, it's just like, man, every wing nut was turned, everything was in its place. You know what I mean? And it just was. That's the way I wanted to do everything. Sure, you know, there'd be things that would come loose. You know, a cymbal would fall forward or whatever, that kind of stuff. But okay, this reminds me though. There was an incident we were in Cadott, Wisconsin. There's an amphitheater up in Cadott, Wisconsin, and it was the strangest lineup because it was Stained was thrown in the mix of, I believe, Poison,
okay,
the Doobie Brothers, and two other like 80s. It was weird.
That is a weird lineup.
We went on right before Poison. Yeah. It was kind of interesting because I actually was Ricky Rocket's drum tech in the year 2000, so it was kind of like interesting to see him again and everything. But
I'm really sorry.
But
hey,
dude,
I don't work for you anymore. Fuck you.
Right, yeah.
Just kidding.
No, but John, it broke. It was a kick drum head that the beater went right through.
Oh wow.
So Cinderella was there because Mark Coons was the drum tech at the time. So we had Aaron actually did a couple of acoustic tunes, and Mark and I actually had to pull the kick drum and change the head. But when he broke it in the middle of a song, you know, I grabbed like a 16-inch floor tom, cut the head out,
right?
You know, gaffed all, and you're on your back. You know, I'm on my back, and I'm trying to like shimmy it down in between the kick drum hits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know, it's just like you get your finger caught in there and shit like that. And yeah, that was fun. That was a fun day.
That's cool.
But
that is kind of cool though. That's a cool story.
That is a cool story.
Yeah.
You know,
so
you don't hear shit like that every day.
So did you?
Yeah.
So you're drum tech now.
Yeah.
Has he been like your bud for years or?
Yeah, so this is a cool tour because Mark Bennett is his name, and Mark is primo. He's worked with Mark Schulman with Pink, Ray from Korn. He's one of the guys he takes on the computer systems. So he does all the kind of stuff and then teching and all this kind of stuff. So Mark was actually my very first drum tech when I first got the job. And so we had toured for a little bit, obviously became friends, and then it'd been a long time since, you know, circling back around, and because he had obviously worked with a bunch of amazing bands and groups. He actually got off the road, also went on to be the artist relations manager to Mapex Drums.
Oh, no kidding.
And Bob Terry and Mark I was entertaining Mapex, and Mark's just get your ass over here. So then we spent a time there. Then he left Mapex, wanted to get back out on the road, and I'm like, "You're mine, buddy. Let's do this." So we came back out for this, and then on we are. So yeah, it's kind of cool, little round robin.
That is cool.
That is cool.
Do you feel do you feel the camaraderie with that group? Because how people don't realize as you're traveling and you're either on the artist bus, you're on the managerial or production bus, or you're on the guys who actually sweat bus, you know, other than the artists.
Yeah, totally.
You know.
Totally. Yeah.
So you're on the crew bus, and it's like, do you kind of miss like the crew bus because their responsibilities are a lot different?
Big time, yeah.
But you guys,
this past generation of crew, this past few years have been absolutely stellar. And shout out to my buddy Sean Erblin. Sean is Johnny April's bass tech, and he lives right in Sodus, New York.
Oh, no kidding!
There you go.
So shout out to Sean. Yeah. So Yeah, I've been up a couple times. I hung out, and great kid, great guy. But yes, the whole crew is just absolutely incredible. When they can vibe and they can have fun and also kick ass at their job, man, it just brings things to a whole nother level, man. And that's what these guys do. Yeah. I mean, they're hilarious. They're excellent at what they do, and we all hang out on days off.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's the way. Yeah,
yeah. Lots of times, we're all in the same hotel. So instead of band and crew, separate.
Yeah. I think people don't realize it, and I think we've mentioned it a couple times on the show. But for 5 artists to play a show, there's sometimes up to 200 people behind the scenes that are making that show work.
Yep.
Yes.
And when you look at somebody like 220 people going out with Gaga, and there's so many different facets of that tour that if you wanted to be, and people listening now and saying, boy, I always wanted to see what it would be like, you could be an electrician, you could be a carpenter, you could be someone in fashion design and doing all the aesthetics of the costumes and everything. And we're going to be having coming up on the show some costume design, rock and roll garb, and she's going to be on the show. And the girl that put together for Steel Panther and so many different bands.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah, I think you know who I'm talking about. She's freaking awesome.
I maybe have met her before. Yeah,
and just hardworking, and her pieces are just phenomenal. So that's what I think. If you can't play guitar, you can't play drums, you can't sing worth a shit, but you always want to be part of this industry, there's so many ways
there's other stuff to do
to get involved.
There is. There's so many facets of it,
And it doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah.
There's some guys that have been doing it a long ass time. And if you're a master electrician and you never know, you could go into it at 40 or 50 years old and be an asset. To the industry, you know. You don't have to be the artist. Those are just 5 people out of 100 or 200 or 60 or 50 or whatever. As long as there's a budget, there's somebody that needs something.
Yeah, no kidding.
Exactly.
And who knows? I think your story is almost like the Rockstar movie.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like you got this guy singing in the front row. Now you weren't drumming.
Except
in the front
he's
row.
way better than Mark Wahlberg.
You know what I'm saying. When all of a sudden they're like, "Hey, get up here, and let's see what you can do." And it's the Cinderella story. So not everybody has had that moment that you have, and I think it's you didn't need to go to Juilliard.
Right.
And how many people have gone to Juilliard and said, "Exactly this, I'm out after a year."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Or when so many, there was a long period of time where Juilliard and Berkeley, it's like to not graduate was actually the thing to do because so many organizations were coming in and pulling musicians for touring out of those organizations. It was crazy.
Jason Bittner himself.
Oh God, yeah.
He was like, "What do I need this? What do I need this paper for? I can start touring now."
Right. Yeah,
and
look at the guys in Dream Theater. I don't think they graduated either.
No, I don't think.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
But you have people like Ava Gardner who have just. I mean, she's just a phenomenal bass player, and she's got study in international. Musicology.
Yes.
So I mean, there's so many different facets.
And who knew that was a thing?
Yes.
I didn't know.
I had
study the history of the djembe or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Right.
Who knew?
Right.
How was a guitar string built? Watch.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey.
But,
yeah. So. Yeah. Jeff.
So. Actually, I'll do this.
Ask the goddamn question.
Shut up over there. Out of all the songs you're playing, what is your favorite to play live?
Where the fuck that come from?
From Stained, anyway.
From Stained, Paper Wings would be one. Paper Wings, it's a return to the heaviness.
Okay.
Just in your face. It is awesome to play.
Cool.
So that'd be my number one, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
What's your favorite place to play?
Shower.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, my
Torrey
living room,
Pines.
where my
Right.
kid is.
Yeah,
Where
Torrey
my,
Pines.
Right, Torrey Pines.
Right, exactly. Oh man. This isn't a golf podcast. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Right.
We're just a bunch of strokes. Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, I think one of the Woodlands in Houston, great vibe. Had a killer show there. Just something. It's one of those shows that I remember. Great venue. Let me see. Actually, just 2 nights ago, we were in St. Paul, and we played where the Minnesota Wild played, and that show was insane. Just sea of people all the way up,
cool.
And it had been since 2001 that we had been at that arena. So that was really cool. So there's so many. There's just so many cool places. Just below Nashville in Franklin, Tennessee, there's the amphitheater there that's in the middle of a rock quarry.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you're beautiful. We played there just about a week and a half ago, and it was. So what we're staring at, and it's got to be only like an 8 or 10,000. And it's a little bit more intimate than other amphitheaters,
Sure.
And then they throw like these blue or purplish lights up against the whole rock wall that's surrounding everything. So that's what we're seeing. So we're seeing like the whole audience, and then we're seeing these lights go. And I'm like, oh, this is one of my favorites. Yeah, that was really, really cool. So many of them out there though.
Speaking of rocks, have you played Red Rocks?
No, it's bucket list too. And I don't know. We've never went through there, even all those years back. We never went through. The only place that was really cool was is the Gorge in Seattle. So, but the Gorge here's the amphitheater, and the Gorge is all behind it, and it just goes down. It's just this huge. It's like Grand Canyon, style. Wow. That was cool. But yeah, that's the closest to like out in the rocks and out in the wilderness, you could get. So it was kind of cool.
Have you been overseas?
Yes. Yep.
A lot, or
we did a lot back in the from like 2001 to 2009, somewhere in there, and then yes, we did our markets over there were we did Great Britain, and then we kind of just did the centralized countries. Germany, went up into Finland and in that area up north there, and then we went down into just the top Milan, top of Italy and stuff like that, just kind of in that area. Never Eastern Europe.
Yeah.
So, which I would have loved to go on to Eastern Europe. We got into Vienna and stuff like that, but not anything further than that.
But you got into Italy.
Yeah.
So that must have been
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So that was really cool.
That's cool.
What a guy named Sal G. It's Italy. Hey, how you doing?
Yep.
Fucking Stain. How you doing?
I played drums for
fucking Bloodstained. That's the name of the band over here. Hey.
Yeah.
Gabagool.
We went out to dinner, and It was a small little corner, Italian place, and we got a family style, and we're over here, and there was the guy, in the corner, he'd been sitting there all day, white wife beater on, it's you could tell he had wore a sweater over it or whatever. He got the white beater on, had this couple of stains,
no pun intended.
He was the guy.
No pun intended.
Yeah. He was, he was the guy. Yeah,
no kidding.
It's kind of cool. Yeah.
Did you like go talk to him? Or?
Did you kiss his ring?
No. No.
Right.
Play me a song. How you doing? Gabagool.
That's enough out of you.
Oh,
Send him home.
Who have you played for or played with that that just blew you away? That you're like, holy shit, I am playing with this guy or that gal or whatever. I mean, anybody.
Look, we all know who it is.
Don't say it again.
I'm not saying it.
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna get a call tomorrow. Such a
Probably.
Right. Yes, you are.
Yeah. So is he.
Yeah. Okay, so the one I remember the most, to be honest with you, I mean, we played with so many great bands, man. I mean, it's unbelievable, you know. But there was one time that it actually we were at it was the Slaughterhouse, and it's an amphitheater in Texas. It's an old slaughterhouse, but it's still built like an amphitheater, and it was Stained and Deftones. And I am a massive Deftones fan. I just they're what they do, and what they continue to do and put out is,
right.
So anyway, it was us and them. We were slated to go on last, and Aaron was just like, no, I'm not following. I'm not following that band.
Right.
But when Mike and when we stood side stage, I mean, my jaw was on the floor the entire show. Just it was, I don't know, it was just something about that night, something about that band or whatever.
Sure.
Like I said, we played with so many different bands and so many different amazing, situations and stuff like that. But that's something that just kind of stuck with me. And maybe because I'm biased, because I am a Deftones, fan.
Right.
But that was just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. They just blew me away.
I had that moment myself, and it was just watching Metal Allegiance play and watching Mike Portnoy play, and it was just like, something about the way Mike plays is just I'm
excited.
I don't even know what the word is. It's just it's like animalist. It's like, I don't know.
He's on a different level.
It's raw. It's just raw. It's there's no. He's not. He's just playing how he feels.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
100%.
But I think you play the same way though. You're pretty. I mean, you're putting it all out there when you're hitting the drums. I'm waiting for you to go through the other side of those freaking floor toms. Man.
I'm waiting for him to destroy a kick drum.
Yeah. Yeah, and then have your guy have to be laying on his back and be like, full circle. I've made it. I've made it. I just hit my drum tech in the head 96 times with a beater.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, this song's got double bass. I really got to move.
Yeah.
You're
right.
No, I heard there was. So I did one tour with Prince. I actually got to tour with Prince. I was John Blackwell Jr.'s drum tech.
Wow.
Amazing. Very thankful for that. That was amazing. But I think it was John that said, they were just hanging out. We said that, like, in today's world, no matter what, somebody is filming. There's phones everywhere.
Yeah.
Video, everywhere.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
You know what I mean? So when you get into that bubble behind, where your kit is, it's just like, it's on.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so just rise to that level and, that kind of stuff. So, I not every show is great. There's times I feel like I played like absolute ass, but, still, as long as you felt like you kind of gave it your all, it's all you can do. But yeah.
That's cool.
It's actually a good. It's a good way to.
It's a gut check.
It is, but it's a good way to be. No matter where you're playing, no matter how big the show is, whether you're playing locally with Johnny Bender or one of our local bands here locally, and you're playing at Sharky's, or you're playing an arena with 60,000 people.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. If you have that, I'm putting a show on. It's not about me. It's not about the 5 or 6 of us. It's about you guys out there. That's you. You keep that attitude. Yes. You're going to do things.
Yeah. I mean, and you learn that as you tour. And I'm glad I'm so thankful I was a tour guy or I was a drum tech for 12 years, because I didn't cross over into that world until I was 36.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I'm thankful that I had that time, because if I started when I was 22, who knows, I'd be dead in a ditch somewhere. I mean, you just never know.
Right.
I'm glad. Yeah. I saw everything witnessed everything, what not to do, basically. And
but we will also give credit where credit's due for those musicians who have started in their late teens, early 20s, and are still playing today. How they're not dead.
Right.
You know, let's throw one of the great drummers. Let's look at Tommy Lee, who's just freaking been out of control.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was one of my first inspirations.
Yeah, and then he's pulled his shit together, but he's been up and down and all over the place.
Sure. Yeah.
So those guys made it through and are still crushing it. And we can say what we want to say about some singers that may have lost their abilities, but they're still doing it. You know,
still doing it,
and people will still pay the money to go see them, no matter what.
Yeah.
So, you know, for
Yeah.
people that have been doing this, I mean, I just watched the John Bon Jovi documentary.
Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't watched that.
I'm telling you what, any band out there that's looking to do a documentary, go take notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, because the way they did it from beginning to right now was just fantastic.
It was. They were going back and forth. You weren't lost in the story.
Not at all.
And it opened my eyes a lot.
Yes.
To John himself when he was getting choked up and felt the reason, you know, and his voice being the way it is now, he felt like he let his band down. You know, he's like, these guys are following me, doing what I've been telling them to, you know, trust me, just trust me. We're going to get this. We're going to get that.
Yep.
And then when his throat started,
I mean, they take you right through when his vocal issues started to right when he had the vocal surgery. I mean, just right up to
the first show in Nashville, and he got off stage and he looked, and his wife looked at him and said, "Well, that wasn't good."
Yeah.
You know, he thought, I killed it, and she was like, "No, that was not good.
That was not good."
Yeah.
You know, so.
That's
But that opened my eyes.
But quite honestly, I mean, if any band out there is looking to do a documentary, by all means, go watch this and take a lesson or two.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
But you can watch any of those. You can watch Pink's. You can watch Pink's documentary and sit back and go, "Wow, you know."
I watched.
She's a family person.
I mean, we could do documentaries all night long, but you know, I watched the Y&T one. If anybody remembers Y&T.
Yeah, totally.
Go check that one out because that, again, start to finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Just don't watch the Skinnerd one. That's kind of boring.
It depends on which one.
Oh, jeez.
We know how it ends.
We know how it ends, but...
Hey. He was kind of goofy when he was here. Artemis Pyle.
Well, that's him.
He was a little goofy.
He wasn't even an original.
I got put in a headlock by the drummer from Leonard's. You know. Yeah. I was like, all right, this is kind of cool, but all right,
you can let go.
You can let go now.
Yep, you can let go.
Hey, what's up there? You know, it's like, all right.
Get out.
He was choking out Dr. Ryder. It was kind of pretty. That was the best part. It was kind of cool. Yeah. But anyways,
poor Dr.
That's funny.
So, dude, I can't thank you enough for being on the show. I mean, you don't even realize it, but.
We flew.
This flew. This was an hour and 10, and it was like that.
Wow.
We want to do more. Yeah. We want to have you on again.
Actually, we should do it in person next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys are you guys looking like to kind of expand a little bit more and have you guys looking to do more?
We'd like
studio.
Yeah, we'd like to. We're trying to find actually a studio right now to do it rather than.
Yeah.
You know, I know. The Ultimate Ears studio is pretty large right now. But what people don't know
if you could see what's
see what's over the wall.
If you could see what's over the wall and in front of us.
Why you got to go in front of us? Why you got to go there? Yeah. It's immaculate.
It is.
Such a dick. But my laundry is piled up behind.
Laundry. I was just going to say the furnace is in front of the laundry's in the
back.
Right.
Dude, trust me, there's been episodes where, like, I took a shower like an hour before we start recording, and all of a sudden, fucking hot water here just. I'm like, well, that's gonna suck through the whole show.
Entire thing. That's all we're hearing.
Great.
Or there's times where Jeff and I go, one of these days we need to clean under this desk because there's like 40 fucking Dunkin' Donuts coffee cups underneath.
Yeah, there is.
Sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. You can hear your own.
Yes, exactly.
You can hear your own tears. No, that doesn't work.
Nope.
That's funny.
Nope, not even close.
Drink your own tears with Dunkin' Donuts. Nope. Just Ultimate Ears.
No rhyming.
So yeah, we would love to have you back, and
love to be back, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, thank you so much for having me. This is awesome.
is Stained coming around here at all?
So unfortunately,
that's
the
a no.
schedule for the fall actually had the Syracuse Amphitheater on it, and then all of a sudden it went away.
Yeah.
And that
really?
lineup was Stained, Breaking Benjamin, Daughtry, and Lakeview.
Yeah,
it was going to be a good lineup.
So you're not going anywhere with that lineup, though?
What's that?
Are you going anywhere else with that lineup?
Yeah, we're doing a whole tour.
So
yeah,
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Like Buffalo, Rochester, maybe?
No.
Or how
I
about?
don't think there's one New York State show. Well, other than Jones Beach down in
right.
Long Island.
Long Island.
That's it. It's the only New York show. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. Pittsburgh is a closer one. Maybe Jersey.
Okay.
It would be a closer one, but unfortunately, the Syracuse got removed. I don't know why either. So sucks.
Well,
$19 beers.
I don't see how you couldn't afford it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What do you think's paying the band?
Yeah.
Drink up.
Live Nation.
$1 an ounce.
Right. Yeah.
Well, for those of you who want to catch a Stained show,
travel.
Reach out, look it up.
Yeah.
Travel.
Keep an eye on the schedule.
Yeah.
Yes.
And remember, as soon as you get there, if those listening to the show, just mention, I know Sal G.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, you'll get.
And if you get to meet him, give him a hug.
Yes, please give him a hug.
He needs it.
Yes. If you see him in public, or if you see him out,
please
Please give Sal G a hug.
Please bum rush him at the nearest coffee shop.
Yep.
Or golfing shop.
Yeah, buy him some balls.
Right.
Right, yeah.
Buy him some balls. Buy him some tees and balls.
Right.
Yeah.
I need some balls and shafts.
Balls and shafts. Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
But I'm bum.
I think you should do that. I think you should, whenever you see Sal golfing, you should. He likes to be interrupted mid-swing. So just yell,
It's his favorite.
"Hey, Sal!" Yeah.
It's his favorite.
Yeah. Say, "Good band and the ugly."
Yeah. Just whisper it in his ear, and he goes, "What?"
Fucking assholes. I
guys-
hate those guys.
Hate them.
Love it.
Yep. Every week we're going to have to mention this now, at least until Sal sends us his picture wearing our shirt.
Yep.
Oh, true. Yeah, I know.
Yep.
Dude, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
So much
Thank you.
appreciated.
Yeah, stick around and don't drop off. We're just going to roll our credits and come right back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You've been listening to The Good,
The Band.
The Ugly. I'm Big Papa.
I'm Jeff.
And that's Sal G. Yeah, baby.
Uh-huh.
For autographed pictures, send us an email, and we'll make sure Sal gets all over that. We want to thank the folks over at Sharky's Event Center,
DJ Life's a Beach.
Good Nature Brewery Company,
Uncle Jimmy's Live Local Music.
Print Shop Underground,
Snarky Productions, and
Toffee Break Toffee. But don't forget
Ultimate Ears.
Ultimate Ears, where you hear your own tears.
With Ultimate Ears.
Don't forget, we've got all kinds of shows coming up. We even have some guys from
Megadeth
coming up in the next show.
Mr. Jeff Young will be around the corner.
He'll be right around the corner. So thanks, guys. Remember what Jeff always says.
Be kind to each other.
Don't be a dick. Peace. Don't do it.
Recording stopped.
You're a dick.
I know.
Recording stopped.
Bam!